gift from your hand. Remind me again what it's all about. I give it all to you. I'll shout it from the roof for all the world to hear, displaying all the grace you're pouring over me. Your goodness, oh Lord, saturates all of life, so that even from the hardest days, it's dripping from our pain to resurrect our praise, singing praises on our quivering lips. Your glory on display, the smallest drops of dew condensing on the leaf. A flower pushes up new life where none had been. So our praise to you will be, we're lifting up a song where no sound is heard before. Alle, Alleluia, so in love with you. Oh Lord, saturates all of life, so that even from the hardest days, yes, it's dripping from our pain to resurrect our praise, singing praises on our quivering lips. We will shout, we will dance in the midst of the fight. The pain will not hold us down. We look like fools, but to you alone we live. Though they mock, we will show your love. We will shout, we will dance in the midst of the fire. The pain will not hold us down. To the world we look like fools, but to you alone we live. Though they mock, we will show your love. Yes, your goodness, oh Lord, saturates all of life, so that even from the hardest days, it's dripping from our pain to resurrect our praise, singing praises on our quivering lips. And your goodness, oh Lord, saturates all of life, so that even from the hardest days, it's dripping from our pain to resurrect our praise, singing praises on our quivering lips. Hallelujah, so in love. Hallelujah, so in love with you. Hallelujah, so in love with you. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about where the song Goodness comes from, and kind of the struggle that I've gone through and the loss of my wife. She was diagnosed with cancer in January of 2013 and had surgery, and it was already stage 4 colon cancer. After surgery, she recovered, gained strength, and fought through the summer. It really came back strong, and she passed away in September of 2013, leaving me with 3 wonderful children, Gracious, Silas, Justice, 10, 9, and 7 now. God really used so much of what I've gone through, and so much of what I believe in, and so much of what He has spoken to me over time. He kind of put it all together in my heart in so many different ways and so many different times. I write songs that are, to the best of my ability, expressing what God is saying to me through life.
through losing Elizabeth, God really spoke to me about His goodness and how that doesn't change, it cannot change, and it won't change because of who He is and His nature. No matter how bad or how hard the times are, His great goodness is complete, and it will be enough, and it is enough right now wherever you are. So God spoke that to me, and I began to write the song. God gave me the chorus one day driving home from work. It simply says, "Your goodness, O Lord, saturates all of life, so that even from the hardest days, it's dripping from our pain to resurrect our praise, singing praises from our quivering lips." That chorus came to me, it kept ringing in my heart, because it is so extremely hard from one day to the next. Understanding what God really is trying to say, losing my wife, leaving me with the children, and seeing how He's worked in their life. And I can't put it into words, because it's kind of like every day is doing the hardest day's work that you can possibly do. And it's good, it's needed. It just is, and it's hard, and you have to go through it. And that's kind of the way grief is, and kind of the way losing someone that you love so dearly, like Elizabeth is to me. And I love Elizabeth with all my heart, and I always will. That's never going to change. And so that's why it hurts so much, losing someone. But knowing that and seeing God for who He is, because He's revealed Himself in my heart, I know Him. And so I know He's good. And so I have to reconcile that with the pain and the hurt and the loss. He gave me these words, and His goodness is so complete that even on the hardest times that we can imagine, He's in the middle of it. He's filling it up. If we're willing to see it, and we're willing to have a grateful heart, have the love that we need for God in our hearts. There's nothing wrong with questioning and trying to figure out why. I do it all the time. But God wants us to trust. And so this is my best attempt to walk in faith and to truly trust in God no matter what. I hope that this song can bring strength and can bring hope in dark places. God wants us to completely trust in His goodness. When we do that, then when the major things come, our faith isn't shaken, because faith is not just believing in Him. It's absolutely knowing that He is and will be forever God. Song Goodness is about that. God can heal. It doesn't mean that you forget. It doesn't mean that you leave the person behind because they're a part of your life. It's actually embracing who they were to you, but more importantly, embracing who God is and letting Him give you hope and give you a future, because that's what He's all about. So live unto God. Let it take complete control of your heart.